Black Fives is all about the pre-NBA era of African-American basketball, and certainly via Claude Johnson, I have learned things that I never knew.
Yeah.
This is a great mystery. Like, okay, why did it happen? We'll talk at length about this another time. But like, there are so many stories with Black Fives, and some of the team names are unbelievable. Some of the looks are unbelievable. Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at some of the logos, and the Philadelphia Panthers. This is an incredible, like,
Yes.
you know, this could have been created yesterday.
Right.
It has a timeless quality about it, incredibly, you know, wearable, if you want to look at it that way from a contemporary perspective. But again, the depth of history and everything that's attached to it, including the weight of it and the complexity of it, the likes of which you talked about just a little while ago, Jason, it really comes to bear. There are some amazing, like, you know, the colors must have been liberating to work with, a little bit different. We work in the world of sports. Sports is very black, red, blue, yellow. You know, there's, you know, some subtleties that maybe exist in some of the authentic colorways. Can you talk a little bit about that? I mean, was it liberating to work with?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think, you know, my favorite team to work with is the Wrens. I like the Wrens. I like the yellow, the blue.
Yep.
I mean, this authentic script, you know.
Undervisor on this is just incredible.
Yeah, the pop of yellow there. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, just new teams, new colorways, and just figuring out a way to, you know, bring the newness to the market and make sure, you know, we're trend right and we're just, you know, it's good. Like,
yeah.
We just want to make good stuff.
And, you know, we'll learn a lot about this as the initiative rolls forward. But the Wrens, essentially the, you know, dominant team of the era.
Right.
We've got, you know, we look across the board as different eras, different leagues, different sports. We've got dominant teams like the Yankees or the Montreal Canadiens or, you know, you name it. But the Wrens were the cream of the crop when it came to the Black Fives era. There's so much to talk about here.
I'd love to touch on give me that black hat, the logo hat. Like, a lot of people have seen the logo, the Black Fives logo.
Yeah.
And talking to Claude views this as his NBA logo, man.
Yep.
I mean, that's how iconic he feels it is, and we feel it is as well. And that's how we're going to approach it in all our collections. Is you know, when we develop the jerseys, the placements of this logo is going to be, you know, where the NBA logo is on an NBA jersey. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's great. And I do love, there's the physical culture logo, the likes of which you touched on, Jason, and the tagline, "Make history now," which that too contains multitudes. It is so meaningful. It is about carrying these stories through, educating people, but not necessarily hitting them over the heads with dusty history.
Right.
But there's an opportunity to educate, inform, and to look great at the same time. So I love this collection, and I can't wait to see what else we all roll out with. The Harlem Globetrotters. The Harlem Globetrotters kind of require no introduction. And I just, you know, I remember as a kid seeing the Globetrotters. And so this was the era of Meadowlark Lemon and Curly Neal. Like, the Globetrotters, they were a pop culture phenomenon. There was a Saturday morning TV show, you know, cartoon when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm remembering the song. Running around the world and coming home again. So anyway, the Globetrotters are just so meaningful to so many people. We're smiling, just think about it.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, the Globetrotters, no more classic look in sports, okay? Right. I'm going to go to the mat on this. We could talk about Yankee pinstripes. We could talk about all kinds of, like, classic uniforms. But I look at these Harlem Globetrotter jerseys, and this is timeless and just an incredibly dope look.
Yeah, so we wanted to bring some fashion into the mix as well.
Right.
And I can't forget these shorts here.
Man.
So the iconic red and white
look at that.
Striped shorts that they wore. They're not quite as short as they used to wear. So we got them on the normal length, but we had to throw these into the collection as well. But
thank you for doing that, by the way.
Absolutely. So again, we want to go retro with this, and that's kind of how we put it together.
Yeah. It's amazing. So how about working with these? Bob used the word iconic. It's a word to get thrown around a lot, but iconic. What was it like working with this iconic brand, iconic logos? Not a ton to work with necessarily, but we talked a little bit about it before.
Yeah.
You start researching and you discover things.
Yeah, I mean, thank God for Google, right?
Every day. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because I think, you know, just trying to recreate, you know, the logos, like everything, again, I had to recreate it. You know, I think Smithsonian had a really good picture of, you know, this jersey. And so I was able to, you know, get the fonts right and the globe right and the stars and the star placement right and stuff like that. So that's how it came about, remaking the Harlem Globetrotters and just, again, putting that authentic feel. And I mean, like I said, everything we're doing, you know, like you can see, like we have double layer tackle twill, zigzag stitching, double layer shorts, you know, gold aglets, and you know, again, we're just
beautiful
producing something that's not out there right now.
Was it? Did you embrace the opportunity to explore a couple of different colorways, or was it, I'm gonna like put my foot on the gas, tap it a little bit, but not too hard?
Yeah, no, we did. You know, we for sure made the, you know, classic royal red, white, blue colorways, but then we we're gonna, and you'll see, everybody will see the product. We got the kind of the North Carolina sky blue, white, navy fashion piece too. So, and then I mean, there's more color flips to come, but that's the main one.
So you start out with the core, and again, these shorts are just, you know, like this is it. This is the real deal here. And you take the totality of this. So you start out with this core, and then you could start to maybe nibble around the edges and then dive a little bit into places where no one has ever seen. Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I know we're going to have some special events attached to this program. Anything that we could talk about at this time, or do we hold our tongues and wait for another day?
No, I mean, we're just really excited. I mean, we're gonna launch the marketing side of the program, you know, here in February, but the launch is going to be February 28th. That's when it'll be in the marketplace, and no, we're just really excited to get this going.
And along those lines, how can people buy this come the 28th?
So it's going to be in a lot of our doors. The headwear is going to be in over 700 locations. The jerseys will probably be in 200 to 300 locations. The entire collection will be on lids.com.
All right. Well, I think that should do it. So, Jason, Bob, thank you so much for having me today. So excited. It is called They Gave Us Game. And again, the 3 pillars of African-American sports culture: the Harlem Globetrotters, the Negro Leagues, and the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City, and the Black Fives, telling the story of early African-American basketball coming together under this very unique licensing program. I can't wait to see everything roll out.